Hello, I'm Farhana Goga. I'm a success psychologist, success coach. I am a psychologist and I've turned into a success coach, where really all I'm doing is helping you with your inner and outer transformation so that you can get the results that you desire. This video is going to share with you a little bit about my program, Goal Hacking and Integration Program, where we're really uncovering and discovering what your goals are. This program can be used either at the start of the year or at any quarter, or just when you feel, actually, I'm ready to make some changes and I need to get some action plans going too. Often what happens in our system, when I say our system, I'm always referring to our brain-body system, which really means our brain, our body, our nervous system, our subconscious, our unconscious. These are all the elements that I'm referring to. Sometimes I might even include our ancestral history, because any change that we make affects it at least 7 generations behind us, in front of us, although in my personal experience, it's been a lot more than that. So with the Goal Hacking and Integration Program and process, I just want to let you know a little bit about it. And I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be moving around things just so that you really get a sense of what it is. So the first thing, there's two options. One is a general life option, and the other one is specifically for entrepreneurs, whether that's in-person entrepreneurs, whether it's product-based entrepreneurs, whether it's online entrepreneurs. It can really be adapted for you. I'm going to start because both options give you the first bit of information. So I just want to start with that. And it's what you're going to first get is you're going to get a program, you're going to get a workbook, and you're going to get a set of videos. The workbook is really just taking you through the program, and the videos accompany the workbook, or vice versa, whichever way you really want to chat about it. So what you're going to see, and I'm just checking, just want to move me out the way there, in case you see that too. So it really is a 4-part process. The first part is really reflecting and reclaiming your desires. So in this is a few exercises that you're going to be doing to reflect and then really get into a big vision of what you're wanting to do. The second part is actually looking at your goals, actually looking at what you want to bring in, big picture. Don't even think about what you want to, any restrictions in place, looking at the road ahead, looking at what SMART and EPIC goals are, your reason why, and how to work with that in a very meaningful way and in a way that calms your nervous system. And then we start looking at who are you becoming? What do you need to do? How do you need, and as you become and do, what do you need? What will you have? What will you get? Some people start with a have, actually. Like, I know that what I really want in my big vision is to earn this amount of money or to have this kind of relationship. So they might start with the have and then they go backwards into the who are you becoming and what do you need to do to get what you want. We then look at what we call the goal success blueprint, and we create your vision board. I give you 2 ways to create your vision board. One, directly working from this kind of maybe top-down kind of process, and then the other one really works from a bottom-up process, more working from the subconscious first. Personally, I use both. I use this process initially, especially when I'm being strategic about what I'm wanting to do for my life, either in a year and the next 90 days. I do both. And then at some point, I also just pull in randomly from my subconscious and work from there. Part 3 of the course lets you know what to do when life happens. So this gives you some ideas on how to work with maybe thoughts, feelings that come up, and how to navigate through that, and when to get outside help as well. So we look at the beliefs and the sabotages that could get in the way of you working and aiming and reaching the levels of success as defined by you in part two, and what to do when those show up. The fourth part is when we start truly putting those actions that we have decided on, and making it really clear and integrating it into our day-to-day life, integrating it into our planner, and actually working with that. The difference between, and so just a little bit of how the workbook might look. So you always have a little piece of way there'll be some information, a question that you need to reflect on, some information that you then need to think about. There's a visualization in the first part of the program that you need to do. And then just thoughts and ideas. And then you'll get to a place like this. And the videos accompany each piece of the work. And hopefully they are entitled well enough for you to know what's required for each one of those. And you're most welcome to always, as you're doing the program, to just pop me an email to say, hey, I'm a little bit stuck. Can you just give me a little bit of information? And then I can always just create more content for you. So this is what you will be doing in the course of the program. I want to share with you, and I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment, and then I'm going to see if I can go back to my Canva to give you an idea of the business part of it. So you know what you get. So with the business part, you still get the same information, but there's additional pieces to that information. Because when you're working with a business, we need to create specific things. So let me present that. Okay, so with the business goal hacking, you're still going to get the life goal hacking, and you're going to get this extra piece of information to work with. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what business you're in and what you need in business. And then we're going to rate ourselves, just like we did previously, in all the different pieces of what makes a business. And this can really be applied to regardless of what kind of business you are. So whether it's an online business or whether it is a product-based business, you can adapt whatever I put here, because regardless of what business you're in, you're going to still need all of this information. So with all of this, you're then going to work with it, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. And then what you're going to do in the business module is you're going to take the business and the life one, and you're going to integrate it. And the journal that you get with that is, and once again, I'm just going to stop sharing. So the journal that you get with that is going to help you map that out. So the main difference between the life, if you just get the life course, or if you get the life and the business course, is that the business course just takes you a little bit deeper specifically in the different areas of business, and we map out strategically, basically, the year ahead for you, regardless of when you start. I just also want to show you, and I'm just going back to Canva here, and I just really also want to show you the planner. So let me start with the business planner. So it's a 90-day planner, but once you go through all the information in the actual course, so using the workbook and the videos, and there's quite a few videos, and I've tried to make them like quite short. I think the maximum one is about 10 minutes, I think. So once you've actually worked through the workbook and the videos, you'll have a beautiful sense of where you're at. And then you hop onto the planning section and you can plot that in. And it's a 90-day planner. There is room in both planners. This is just the business planner. There's room in the planners to integrate. First, there's a commitment, because we all make a commitment, and this is in both planners. And then in both processes, we look at the year forward, and this is where you integrate it. You write down your money goals, so that your annual goals, so it's all there. You can change the annual goal. I do still like to keep the annual goal, but you can absolutely change it if you so desire. But there's an annual goal section, and then you map out each quarter. This is for both, and you look at what you want for the year. Once again, this is for both, although maybe some of the life stuff you wouldn't want to get so specific, right? We wouldn't go like, oh, I want to have this amazing relationship, or I want to have a child by this year, because there has to be there has to be room for some space, right? And then what we do is you do your monthly intentions. This is for both the life and the business. There's a few extra things added in the business area. We always talk about what the minimum things that you need to do in that month or that quarter, and what are those big leaps that we want to do in the month and the quarter, and we map that out in the monthly or the quarter review. In the business one, we track our income, and then we break it down into our weeks. What are we wanting to do in each week? This becomes a lot more tangible. It really helps your brain body system to integrate. It helps it to relax, together with what we do in part 3, which is working with our roadblocks. So it really just brings it back. Once we think big, we can bring it back, because our nervous system can get completely overwhelmed if it's constantly thinking about these big dreams that we have. But when we have, oh, okay, today I just have to do X, and we just do it, but knowing that all of that's going to stack up, it really helps our nervous system. And as we get to each place, we can then celebrate, so we can go to where we want to go. And then what we do is we have our daily schedule. And this is where we can put it in. And with that, what you also get is a little bit of journal prompts that you can use. Obviously, each day you can change your journal prompt. Even though these are the ones that are given to you, you might want to change them based on where you're at. The journal prompts kind of stay the same, but there is also a video on how to journal, what kind of things to talk about in your journaling, and these are some of the prompts. So in theory, we're kind of looking at, and so this just keeps going in exactly the way it is. So the difference between the business planner and, say, we're looking at the life planner, the difference is that the business one just has a few more information and places for you to start thinking a business specific, whereas the life one doesn't. And it has things like the income level, and specific quarterly plan. So this is what the planner looks like. For the life planner, this is without the business. You can see there's some very similar things that are attached to it. But the business planner does give you a little bit more in terms of the daily things and the quarterly things that you just need to keep an eye on. So that is generally what you're getting. I want to stop sharing. So with the goal integration and the goal hacking and integration process, it's a real full system where you're getting videos to support you as you think through things. You're getting the workbook to help you think through things. And then you're getting the planner so that it can be actioned, because without action, we're not going to go anywhere. The videos cover things like mindset, the strategy, the shifting things in your being, in your head. It covers there's a visualization so that you can really embody it. And then the planner helps you to integrate it into your day-to-day existence, into your day-to-day life, gets you to reflect every quarter. And so that's what you're getting. And then with the videos, and also with the workbook, you're also going to be covering what to do when you get stuck, right? And in time, not right now, but in time, there will be also a Facebook group so that you can be accountable, you can share it, because if we don't share our goals, then we kind of go, well, it doesn't really matter, right? So this is what the goal integration and goal hacking process is all about. It really is a comprehensive strategy, mindset, process, as well as giving you really clear tools on what to do when you get stuck, as well as the support that you might need, your own support, and in time, a community of support. And it is a beautiful integrated process that will get you closer and closer to where you want to be and be taking care of your nervous system. Because without taking care of our nervous system, we're really not going to actually achieve things that we want to achieve. And the videos also cover that in a lot more detail. So I look forward to working with you through this program and other programs. And yeah, the links are always in the comments at different places and in my website. My website is www.farhana-goga.com. I look forward to working with you through this program. Take care.